Hello and welcome back to Newsroom Nigeria. This is where we give you hot, fresh and sizzling news all day long. If this is your first time here, you have not subscribed to this channel, what are you doing? What are you doing on YouTube if you're not subscribed to Newsroom Nigeria? Please go ahead and subscribe. Hit the like button down below. Also, leave your opinions in the comment section below. Your like will surely go a long way. Please encourage us by hitting the like button down below. Without further ado, let's delve right into the details of today's news. The Edo State Governorship Election Petition Tribunal has fixed Wednesday, the 2nd of April 2025, for judgment. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has declared Monday Okpebolo of All Progressive Congress (APC) as the winner of the election held last year. Okpebolo defeated Asuigu Dalo of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) and Olumide Akpata of the Labour Party. Recall that the Edo State Government Election Petition Tribunal had reserved judgment in the petition filed by the PDP and its candidate Asuigu Dalo, challenging the declaration of Okpebolo as winner of the September 21, 2024 governorship election. The PDP and Ighodalo are disputing the results announced by Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC), alleging electoral irregularities, including overvoting, ballot non-serialization, incorrect collation, and computation errors. During the course of the tribunal hearings, the petitioners called 19 witnesses and subpoenaed a senior technical officer from INEC's ICT department, who presented 154 beavers machines to support claims of overvoting. INEC, Monday Okpebolo, and the APC are the first to the third respondents, respectively, in the case marked EPT-ED GOV 20-2024. INEC did not call any witnesses to counter the petitioners' claims. Monday Okpebolo presented one witness, while the APC called four witnesses before closing their defense. The three-member panel led by Justice Wilfred Pochi announced that judgments will be delivered at a later date to be communicated to all parties. A date for judgment will be communicated to the parties by the Secretary of the Tribunal. The Tribunal stands adjourned until then, said Justice Kochi. Earlier, the petitioner's lead counsel, Adetunji Oyeyipo-San, formally adopted their final written addresses. INEC's counsel, Kano Agabi-San, urged the tribunal to dismiss the case, describing it as lacking in merit. Agabi argues that all polling unit agents who testified had signed the result sheets and could not distinguish between what they heard and what they observed. He added that the number of polling units covered by the petitioners was too small to warrant nullification of the entire results. The petitioners have not pleaded any alternative results on the basis of which they can be declared winners. Their case is based on analysis carried out by hired consultants, Agabi stated, describing their claims of non-compliance as weak and unsupported by credible evidence. On behalf of the governor, Oyechi Ikpeazu-san said the APC candidates emerged victorious through valid votes. He challenged the petitioners' position on the non-serialization of sensitive materials, clarifying that Form EC-25B only requires the quantity of materials received and returned, not their serial numbers. He added that while the petitioners alleged overvoting, none of the Viva's machine brought before the tribunal were actually opened for verification. They failed to present the necessary documents to substantiate their claims, Ikpeazu argued, calling the petition an academic exercise. Also adopting its final address, APC's counsel, Emmanuel Ukala, stated that the petitioners failed to provide enough witnesses to support their claims. He pointed out that only 5 polling units agents were called out of 4,000 polling units in the state, with no presiding officers summoned to testify. He stressed the Supreme Court standard that allegations of non-compliance must be proven, polling unit by polling unit, ward by ward, and local government by local government. The petitioners did not show how the beavers' machines functioned, nor did they call enough witnesses, Okala added. Responding, the petitioners' counsel, Ken Moses-san, clarified that their complaints were limited to 765 polling units, not the entire state. He argued that the case should be assessed holistically and not based solely on the percentage of polling units challenged. Moses said, "We concede that elections took place at the polling units, but our contention is how 25 votes transformed into 525 votes at the collation centers." He also addressed allegations of document dumping, asserting that all submitted documents were certified by INEC and tendered without objection. On the issue of alternative results, Moses said all evidence before the tribunal was provided by the petitioners. Let's have your thoughts and opinions in the comments section below. What do you all think? In a few days' time, we would know if Monday Okpebholo will remain the governor of Edo State or he will be sent packing, especially considering, what has been happening of recent in Edo State. A lot of people, especially Israel DMW, a special assistant to Davido, has mentioned that, ever since Monday Okpebholo became the governor of Edo State, there have been chaos left, right, center, that things are no longer the same. Of recent, there was, should we say ethnic killing, because a lot of people think that, it is because of the ethnic difference that was why they were suspected to have been criminals. And the fact that these people were also carrying firearms did not also help their matter. We later understand that they are hunters, they were carrying guns and they were with dogs as well. Hunters carry gun. I think it's normal if they're actually hunters. I think it's normal for them to carry gun because that is what they use, to kill animals. But because of the level of insecurity in the country, people can no longer differentiate between, actual hunters and, criminals. They just, mistook them for, kidnappers, criminals, and before you know it's jungle justice. I just think that, the federal government just needs to do more on sensitizing people. Even when you suspect somebody of being a criminal, okay, let me just finish that statement. Even if you suspect somebody of being a criminal, I think the right thing to do is to hand them over to the proper authorities, not to take, justice into your hand. But I also think that the fact that a lot of people now see that, when most of these cases, when they are taken to court, people do not feel like justice is being done. They feel like at the end of the day, people can still bribe their way out of any wahala that they are in this country. So with that, sense of feeling, people think that they can actually, just do justice for themselves, which is very wrong, because how can you kill another human being based on your premonition or based on just what you're suspecting? Because your premonition, your instincts, or what you're suspecting might not even actually be the truth. And in this case, they just killed the wrong people for nothing. And a lot of people have come out to criticize this. And I just hope that this does not turn into a retaliation and, the northern people doesn't, retaliate. Let's have your thoughts and opinions in the comments section. Thank you very much for always listening and watching, guys. I will see you all in my next video. Bye.